How many of you love the word free? Free. How many of you would like to get something for free? But you know what? A little bit of work then makes it more rewarding to get something free, right? So with a little bit of work, just a little bit of work, you can then get something for free. So you're really earning it in one regard, that's for sure. What am I talking about? Bella Grace. And guess what? I just found out from the CEO of Bella Grace that many of you, more than I guess realized, there are a lot of you want to be ambassadors and offer it as a business, but apparently a lot of you, more of you are into being an influencer, meaning you just got to get 3 people to get the elixir and you get yours for free. Apparently, a lot of you are influencers. I guess those numbers are really going up. And I'm thankful for that because I love the idea of my audience being rewarded by getting something for free. But here's the deal. You're not only getting something for free for yourself, you're helping your friend or family member who you're introducing this great product to with 80 clinical trials behind it. But guess what? You're helping us. So this is a great thing for all of us. It's good for you. It's good for your friends. It's good for us. So I love the fact that a lot of you are becoming influencers. And I want to actually ask as many of you as possible, will you please become an influencer? Maybe you say, I don't have time to try to promote this and build it as a business, but I like the product. I take the product. I've got my own testimony I can talk about. And yeah, Brannon, I'll go out there and share this with 3 people. And those 3 people signing up at melissahousebg.com, your organization will get credit, which will generate revenue for you. I'll do that. And then I'll get mine for free. So we're helping each other, but you're also helping the person you're introducing it to. Now, I'm sitting here right now, and you can't tell, because you know the old saying, never let them see you sweat. I hope I'm not pulling a Richard Nixon with my lip sweating, because I can feel the perspiration on my face. Now, some of you have no idea what I'm talking about, Richard Nixon sweating on camera, because you're too young. I actually wasn't alive at the time, but I know the history. Richard Nixon was in a televised debate. I think it was the first presidential televised debate, and he came off sweating. And so hopefully I'm not pulling a Richard Nixon right now and sweating, but I am literally sweating. Now, why am I sweating? Because they've got all the AC out. Why? Because we have struggled for years and years to try to keep our studio cool and our control room cool so our servers don't overheat and get damaged. So they've been in here all day, cutting holes in the ceiling, installing another AC unit that will be just for the control room in the studio. Guess what? That's going to cost me $11,000. $11,000. So folks, I need your help. One way you can help us is by partnering up with us through melissahousebg.com, melissahousebg.com, because we have a lot of expenses to keep this network going, right down to having to install a brand new AC unit that is dedicated just to these 2 rooms, because we've tried everything for about 5 years now and cannot get it cooled off enough to keep our machines from working too hard, and that'll wear them out and eventually destroy them. So it's just every time I turn around, folks, today I sat down and wrote about $30,000 in checks. $30,000 in checks, okay? It cost me about $40,000 a month, not counting my salary. I mean, I have to make a living too. My hard cost about 40 grand a month to keep this network going. So and then I had to write a check for 11 grand for this new AC unit. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you, it's very expensive to produce free television and push it out to you guys. I need your help. One way you can do this is through melissahousebg.com. Joining me now is Christina, the CEO of Bella Grace. Christina, welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
Other than sweating, I'm fine. So tell me that. I mean, you're like, House, you don't have to wear the vest and everything, but it's my trademark, so I got to do it. Thank you. So I could sit here with a T-shirt on, but I'm never going to do that. I'll never do that, folks. I will not make you see. The more clothes and the more covering, the better for the audience to not have to see this. Let's go to this issue of being an influencer. You just informed me, if we went on the air here, this is probably our most popular thing we got going between an influencer and ambassador. So tell me about it.
Yeah. So being an influencer with Bella Grace is very simple. You don't want to build necessarily an organization or a business for yourself. You're just passionate about the product because the products are so incredibly amazing, and you're just promoting it. So you're sharing it with your neighbor and you say, hey, check it out. And they check it out and you benefit from that. Or you could be an ambassador, U+3 qualified. It's a program that we have where you get 3 people on subscription. So mom, dad, and a sister, for example, and you get your product every single month for free. So $130 worth of the elixir every single month at your doorstep for free.
Well, just do that 130 times 12. I know there's the guys and ladies in our audience have already done it, but I got to use a calculator. 130 times 12, that's $1,560 they're getting for free in product. But you know what? The $1,500, that's nothing, I don't think, compared to the results you're going to get, because I'm telling you, I've taken mine already today. I take one a day. There are times I take 2, but I don't want to say that too often because I get people scared. Oh, I can't afford to take 2. I'm doing good to afford 1. You don't have to take 2. You can taking 1 is fine. I take 1 most days, but there are days I am feeling tired, a little run down, maybe I feel a little sore throat, and I will double up, right? I mean, what is your take on that?
My take on the elixir is simply hearing all the testimonies, Brennan. It's simple as this. People have literally said to me, Christina, I have replaced all of my vitamins with this elixir. A range from 5 to 10 vitamins I have eliminated out of my cabinet and replaced it with the elixir. That elixir is equivalent, that 1 sachet is equivalent to eating 6 king-size salmons per day. So 6 pieces. 6 pieces of king-size salmon. That's how much vitamin C you have in that elixir. So the nutritional benefits of that elixir alone will literally replace 5 to 10 different vitamins that you have in your cabinet. So it's not just about $1,500 a month worth of free elixir throughout the year. It's literally you're saving money because you're eliminating the unstudied different types of vitamins that you're getting in your different pharmacies versus something that's backed up by 80 clinical scientific studies formulated by Dr. Mark Miller, one of the greatest scientists in the country right now. And you know that you're taking something that is benefiting your body. And I always say it goes right there where your body needs it the most. What it does for you is different. What it does for me, what it does for me is different. What it does for my mom personally. So it goes where your body needs it most, because that elixir right there turns off the gene for inflammation and turns on the gene for collagen production. And that way, your body's not just digesting what you're ingesting, it's actually breaking the blood barrier and going to that part of your body that needs it the most.
Now, I didn't know you were going to say what you just said, which is so ironic, because I actually just pulled up this graphic. Let's show this graphic. And I just pulled up this graphic, and then she actually said it. I was like, whoa, is she seeing what I'm pulling up on my computer? Which she's not, but she just said that, and I had this graphic ready to go. I was going to ask her about it. Turns off the gene marker for inflammation and turns on the gene marker for collagen production, which, of course, this is why Dr. Mark Miller was supposed to have surgery on his knee, and he ended up not doing this. He was using himself as his own guinea pig, and to this day, decades later, he's still not had that surgery because he didn't have to.
That's correct. 90% of all diseases stem from inflammation. And I think that people just need to stop wasting their hard-earned money on different types of vitamins that don't do anything to them. They ingest them and digest them the same day. You have got to take care of your health, and you have to think about what I ingest needs to go into my bloodstream in order for it to work. That's the power of that elixir right there. And that's the power of that screen that you just pulled up, Brennan. That gene marker for inflammation, you have got to turn it off in order for something to work for your body. And that's truly the power behind this elixir. And another thing I wanted to share with everybody is you lose nothing by trying it. We are so confident in this elixir that Dr. Mark Miller formulated. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you lose nothing by actually trying it, because I can promise you, you will see the results.
Wow. And look at this one. Firmer and smoother skin texture, fewer lines and wrinkles, improved skin elasticity, decreased age spots or more, even skin tone. Now, I'm laughing because, I remember looking at the hands of my grandfather thinking, oh, what are these little freckles, these things he's got going on here? And, a few years ago, they started popping up. And now I've got, the age spots myself. So there you go. I'm not too crazy about them, but there you go. This one decreases those age spots and more even skin tone, improves skin hydration, reduced oxidative stress, healthier, longer nails. I do find I have to cut my fingernails more often. I have to get my hair cut more often, which is great, the hair growth. Fuller, thicker hair. Well, there we go. That's perfect. That's exactly right. I haven't had to have my barber use the thinning shears in years, but I have now since taking Bella Grace. Decrease of cellulite. Now, I want to stop right there. We actually had a lady telling my wife on the phone that her cellulite has decreased since getting on this.
1,000%. I'm a living testimony to that. I'm a living testimony to the cellulite and the hair loss. I lost a lot of hair after having my daughter. It's one of those postpartum hair loss situations that I feel every mother goes through. At around 4 months after having a baby, I lost a lot of hair, and this elixir I have hair. I can actually say that I have hair. And then the cellulite, we have a lot of before and after pictures too that I can send over to you, where that's what I just mentioned earlier. The power of the elixir is it breaks that blood barrier. So it breaks down that ugly fat that your body doesn't need. It sheds it. And that's what you want to get rid of. And that's cellulite. It's that ugly fat that you don't need. And cellulite it's not for people that are overweight, or I have cellulite and I'm 110 pounds. It's genetics. So you have to trick your body into, this is not good for you. This is what your body needs, and take advantage of that elixir and the powerful ingredients within it.
Thank you for saying that. Supports a healthy inflammation response, which of course a lot of our problems are inflammation related. Promotes healthy gut function, promotes healthy immune function, helps to reduce eye strain and eye fatigue, helps to improve physical endurance, supports recovery from exercise, all kinds of great things here, folks. Again, this is a great elixir. MelissaHouseBG.com, MelissaHouseBG.com. Let me go to another one. Do I have any more? I guess. Hair endurance, recovery, wrinkles, inflammation, cellulite, age spots, and nails. There you go. Let me ask you about Spotify, because we just hooked our store. If people go to MelissaHouseBG.com to order, they will be able to see that we are now hooked to Spotify. Why is that important? Tell me what that's going to do. Shopify. What did I say? Spotify? Shopify. Thank you, Logan. Shopify. What is that going to do for our audience that you guys are now hooking everything through Shopify?
Yeah, absolutely. Shopify just simplified your business times 10, and it's made every single customer's shopping experience that much more pleasurable. We live in 2024. We just discussed this. If I want to buy something, I go on my phone, I click the side of my phone twice through Amazon or through anything, and it's at my front door. No longer do you have to go through this arduous process of typing in all of your information, all of your credit card information, and having to do that every single time you purchase. Now you can go to Melissa House and Brannon Howse's website. You're connected to Shopify, which is connected to your phone. Through a couple of clicks, you're done shopping. So if you're building a business, this has just simplified everything for you, because you don't have to go through an arduous process of explaining to people how to purchase a product. It's, hey guys, go here, click here, game over, you're done. And that's what people want. When you're building a business, you want it to be easy, simple steps, 1, 2, 3, out the door. Now,
right now, you still have this ambassador influencer enrollment. Is that still going on?
Yes, sir. So we have the buy one, get one free through September 10th. So if you've ever wanted to purchase the elixir or even the skincare, now is your opportunity to get one for free on Pack BOGOs. So anything you want to share it with a family member, buy it for your husband. My husband loves the skincare. Whatever you want to purchase right now is definitely the time to do that.
And lip plumping power pack. I know the gals love that. Bella trim. You have another one, collagen lip plumping serum. Of course, the elixir. Again, there's the elixir pack. You got all kinds of stuff here, folks. It's all there. Buy one, get one free through September 10th. Today is September, what is today? The 9th. So they better hustle. Buy one, get one free. MelissaHouseBG.com, MelissaHouseBG.com. But I do really want to encourage people, Christina, to become an influencer. Get 3 people to get the elixir. They get theirs for free. and they're helping our organization as well, so that we can continue to bring in the revenue we need to cover our $40,000 plus a month in operating expenses to push out all this free television. So I just, again, can't say enough about positive about your company. You guys have been awesome to work with. The product, we highly believe in it. Again, I have my own testimonial. Melissa has hers. As Christina said, as Dr. Miller says, it goes to where your body needs it. We don't all have the same issues. And I just can't say enough about it. My wife and I, if we travel somewhere, which we did recently over Labor Day, first thing I said was, after we got out of the neighborhood, did you bring the Bell of Grace? Because I was going to try and go back home because I get that many benefits from it. But yes, she said, no, I packed it. So again, we're serious about this, folks. It's got 80 clinical trials behind it. It's the real deal, and this company is the real deal. Closing comment, Christina?
Hey, we have 35% off site-wide right now and free shipping on all orders $150 plus. And if you've ever wanted to work personally with Melissa and Brannon, now's your chance, joining their team and locking arms with them, helping people's health. And in these hard times, not just in the US, but worldwide, honestly, there's no better time than to secure your financial destiny and take care of your family, protect yourself, put some money aside. Your expenses are $40,000. Someone else's might be $5,000. Someone's might be $500. It doesn't matter. Now it's truly the time to protect your family, protect yourself. And there's no better way than to do it with Melissa and Brannon Howse, truly.
I was telling you before we came on here that we have, when I was about 5-6 years old, my mother used to deliver phone books. And of course, today's kids don't know what phone books are, much less what the old rotodial phones and push dial phones and all that. But we had a yellow station wagon, and all the seats would fold down, and you'd be like the bed of a pickup truck, but you're in a station wagon. And we had this old yellow, probably 1969, 1968, whatever it was, yellow Ford station wagon. And my mother would load it up with phone books, and there would probably be about 4 to 6 phone books per shrink wrap. So there'd be a big square of phone books, shrink wrapped, and they would be, I can't remember if we had to go get them somewhere or what, but they would end up being in our station wagon. And my twin sister and I would go with my mother, and she was doing this during the high inflation days of the Jimmy Carter era, and trying to make extra income to help offset our Christian school and whatnot. And it may have been into we may have also had, it could have been Nixon, Ford, and then Carter, but it was in that time period. And my twin sister and I would break open the shrink wrap and then push the ones we had opened up to the back of the station wagon. So my mother could drive, and she would stop, and she'd go to the tailgate and grab as many phone books as she could and deliver them to the front porch of those houses. And then she'd come back, move the car up, and do this again. And my twin sister and I would just keep ripping open the shrink wrap and putting it back there for her when she would move the car up. And that was her way of making extra income. So, a lot of families, this is not new. A lot of people have a lot of stories about how their mom, their dad did extra things to make extra income. It was harder then it is. It's so much easier now with social media and technology and drop shipping. And your money is tied right to your account. You can move it instantly to your bank account. I mean, I think about my mom and all those other moms and dads back then trying to do those extra things to make extra income for Christmas or Christian school education or whatever it was. And we're really blessed to live in a day and time where you don't have to do that kind of thing anymore. You barely have to break a sweat because you could do it on a smartphone and a computer. So I thought you might find that interesting, because I want to tell all the moms out there, particularly if you're looking to make some extra income, you can do it. This has been a huge way to fund our network, okay, folks? So if we can fund a big portion of our network this way, I'm telling you, a lot of you can do this the same way we talk about it, and it's easy to do because it's a legitimate product with 80 clinical trials and our own personal testimony. You can do this too. And for some of you, you just need an extra $300 a month, extra $800 a month, whatever it is. Be thankful you don't have to drop phone books on doorsteps like my mother you have now something like Bella Grace. So melissahousebg.com. Do you know, have you ever seen a phone book, Christina?
I have not, Brennan. Then also, unless your AC is completely broken, you will not break a sweat working an online stay-at-home business. And this is the beauty of Bella Grace, being able to do it out of the comfort of your own home. I'm in a room, I have my daughters in the other room, and I do it every single day, and I generate an income for my family. That's how accessible and available this opportunity is for absolutely everybody.
That's right. And you don't have to break a sweat unless you're in a studio with no AC. There you go. All right. And she's also never been in a Blockbuster, by the way, folks. I'm feeling so old. I'm feeling so old, but maybe that's because I am. Of course, the people in their 80s are like, no, you're young. The people in their 20s are like, no, he's old. It's all relative, I know. But anyway, it's fun. It's fun asking you and Logan and these other guys about, have you done this? Have you seen that? You know what this is? Because the generation gap, the things that we did and experienced, you know, like riding around in the back of your parents' station wagon. They had these bucket seats. They had these bucket seats that would flip up, and you would be sitting backwards. You'd be looking out. You'd be looking out the glass of the back end, you know. You're not facing forward, you're facing backwards. And we're all sitting back there on family trips, my twin sister and I, on whenever we run around town or on trips, you're sitting back there with no seatbelts on, and anyone could just rear end you and you're toast, right? I mean, but we all survived, and we did not have helmets. We did not, maybe that's what's wrong with a lot of us. We had multiple bike accidents, skateboard accidents, and we didn't go around with helmets on. So somehow we survived. And some of us even sat on our mother's lap. We didn't have car seats. Can you believe? No, I'm serious. They didn't have car seats. Your mother would just take you home from the hospital holding you. Now they won't release you unless you have a car seat, and they walk you out and see you put it in. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I mean, we seemed so like cavemen, didn't we? Well,
I mean, I say cavemen, but I do know that's illegal nowadays.
It's totally illegal, and it should be. It should be. But how did we ever survive? How did we ever make it? But anyway, we also didn't have Bella Grace to help us with our thinning hair and everything either then. So we got a lot to be thankful for right now. So there you go. Join our team, melissahousebg.com, melissahousebg.com. Christina, thank you. Buy one, get one free right now, 35% off across the board as well. Christina, thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hey, melissahousebg.com. Join this team, join my team, and let's go do this together.
Excellent. Thank you. I agree 100%. Thank you, Christina. All right. Well, that does it for this edition of the Worldview Report. As always, we thank you for tuning in and supporting the broadcast. And again, thank you for telling all your family and friends about worldviewtube.com. Worldviewtube.com. And we're excited. It looks like we're going to have our brand new Roku channel, hopefully by Friday. And then a week from that, we should have our brand new Amazon Fire TV channel. So updating all the channels. It costs a lot of money to do that. So thank you again for your support. WVWFoundation.com. Folks, we need your support. How can we produce free TV shows, build expensive platforms for you to watch it on if you don't support us? We have to have your support. WVWFoundation.com. WVWFoundation.com. You'll also find our mailing address there if you prefer to support us through the mail. Hey, thanks for watching. So next time, I'm Brannon Howse. May God save America. Take care.